Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a jigsaw puzzle, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. You know, if you feel like being a lurker and you don't want to say anything, well, you can lurk and not say anything, and that's also okay. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. I'm currently at 38 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up about how many subscribers I have when I hit 40 subscribers. So if you want to become a subscriber, you want to gift a sub, be at the top of the gift sub leaderboard, you could do that. I am excited for tonight because we know, sorting happened, and now it's time to actually get into it. The Magic the Gathering Legendary Creatures Jigsaw Puzzle, same company that made the previous Jigsaw Puzzle that I did. Getting into this one, bought off my Amazon wish list by Chris. Thank you, Chris, for that. We're gonna get into the sorting, and we'll go to the overhead camera. Boom, overhead camera. Here we go. As you can see, I do have my magnifying glass so they can look at it. I've also got the guide here, which is what the puzzle will look like once it's completed. You can see that there. So yes, this is what I'm working with. So we will be looking for now. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this well, but the top of this border is not pure black. There's a little bit of coloring in it here and there. Maybe you can see that like there. It's not pure black, and that will hopefully help us a little bit. It's more detailed than the previous build, which was all black, except that it was a little, the shade in the top and the bottom were a little different. You can also see we do have a body here that we will be putting in. So partially on stream on Monday, and then also off camera on my own, I went through and sorted all of my jigsaw puzzle pieces into 3 categories. I have, 4 categories. I have the most pieces are not edge pieces. There are no edges to any pieces in this box. This box is all middle pieces. So there's that. Then there's this and another little pile. They're the same kind of thing. Are just like black or black with a little bit of coloring in them pieces. Ooh, this has a touch of red in it, so I know where this goes. And then of the edge pieces. And then there are the edge pieces like this, which are the side edge pieces, which we're going to start with. We're going to start with the side edge pieces because these are either going to be on the left or right side, and it'll be easy to do that. I pulled this one out just because I saw there was a little bit of red on here, which it will be easier to see like that. You can't see that. So we'll zoom in instead. This piece has a little bit of red there, which means that it goes right here with this piece that says magic. And then that goes next to the other piece that says Magic the Gathering. And so we can put those 3 pieces together, and we're starting to get part of our frame done. We'll go wide with this. I can go wider, but we'll do that. So I know this is the bottom left corner. I know this is the bottom right corner. So we just got to put those aside. This is the same edge here. It's a number. It is. Let's see how many cards. It is 5 cards tall, with borders, of course, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cards. So 50 cards are in this set. And of course, some of them are blocked, so not really 50, but you get what I'm saying. We'll just put that there for now so I can look at it. So we'll have a line here. Now these, I don't know how these fit yet. I don't know how these fit. So it could be like this. It could also be like this. I don't know yet. But there's an easy way to find out, which is to look at our legend and see, I'm either looking for the this card here, the infinite right here, or I'm looking for this card here, the Rakfic of the Many, or Rakfic of the Many, because that will be, the top of this card will be right here, like the top of this card here, or the top of this card here, will tell me exactly where, will only fit with one of these pieces. So You get what I'm saying. So if I look through some pieces I put to the side here. Here we go. I believe that is this piece that goes with this. Yes, of the many. This is the top card there. So this is either going to fit. Okay. So it's going to fit on either here. That doesn't seem to fit right. That doesn't look like a straight line. That I would have to really press to get that in. So that's not right. But it should fit on there. Great. This is the top right corner. This is the top left corner. We have our corners. Obviously, this is not to scale right, but this is just to look at it. This is how we do. So my goal is right now is to do the 5 cards on the left and right, go through them, figure out where these pieces go so that I can put everything together and build it out, because that feels like a good starting place. So this is a knight 1+1. It says knight 1+1. So that's something on this side here. This card is a human knight 1+1. So this goes like that. No, there's got to be more card to it. You can tell that's not the right line. This is the bottom of the card. This is the bottom of the top card. So it can go like that, and it can go here, and then there's a piece that I'm missing, which is fine. This is on it. This is not on there. I can see this. The description of the card will have that color. So that goes. This is part of Emrakul. So that goes around here. So this is like the top. Hey, Meep, welcome. We can go wide. We'll go wide. That. So this goes like this. This is like right here. There's a missing piece. This is about the middle, and then this is the bottom. So you get the sense of that. This is part of Rafik. So it goes right there, and then it goes right there. Great. We're getting our border here. Again, that's about the middle, so we'll push that down there. Lord Crashing to subscribe to Tier 1, 69 months, saying, hey, Pat, nice. That is nice. Let's throw a Bear Cave Lego site Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank you very much, Lord Crashington, for your continued support. 69 months is a lot of months, and it's a great number, and I appreciate it. Bear Cave Lego site Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank you very much, Lord Crashington, for renewing. Again, we are currently at, as you can see over there, 38 subscribers. Goals get to 40. All right, so this card here is part of the second card. About the middle of the second card here. Yeah, this is something of spores. That goes about there. And that goes about there, and then it goes down there. All right. Just going through here. Whoops, I knocked all these over, so. This card is on, this goes on the left. So this is going to be on the left side. It is a legendary creature. All of them are legendary creatures. Legendary creature, but it's got some brown in it. So if we look at the guide here, that could be... okay, so it's... Could be that legendary... It could be the Dragon Lord, or it could be the one of the Dragon Lord. There's 2 Dragon Lords here. It could be either of these Dragon Lords. So I'm going to put it down here, where this is, kind of around there. I don't know yet. It's somewhere on here. It's one of those. This is one of the Dragon Lord cards. This is the one Dragon Lord cards. Does this clip in with this? It does. Great. So this is one of the Dragon Lord cards. But if I look at the Dragon Lord cards here, I can look at this and look at these two together. So I'm going to say that this is this Dragon Lord card. So it is not the bottom Dragon Lord. It is one up from the bottom Dragon Lord. There. Yeah, you get it. I think you get it. Same here. So that's the bottom one. It's the second to the bottom one. All right, now we can move on here. This has 15 in the corner and some blue. So I believe that is over here. Yes, that's going to be our Emrakul. And so that is the top of Emrakul. And that's the, yeah, so there's a slot in between those. Great. Moving right along. This is another piece of Emrakul, I believe. Yes. That's, that? Oh, that doesn't seem right. Wait, yeah, that does seem right. Okay, that's Emrakul. And then that doesn't go there, though. This piece is not part of Emrakul. This piece is the piece below it. Yeah, that goes over here. That's right. Okay. Card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, card 5 goes there. I'm getting it. I'm figuring it out. Figuring it out as we go. This is okay. Shaman. One of these cards is a Shaman card. Legendary creature. Fungus Shaman, that's right. This is a Fungus Shaman, so it goes around here. It's not the right card for that, but it goes around there. This is the second card in our pile of cards here. So it's somewhere in this area. Great, we're figuring it out as we go. This is the bottom of Emrakul. So that goes here. And then does this lock? No, okay, that's lower there. All right, great. We're doing it. We're making it. One of these cards on this side is a 3/3, and it's not the bottom card. It is the top card there. So that goes here. Great. And then there's a card that goes in between here. And cards will go around there. Okay. Go wide as possible. Yeah. Might have to go as wide as I can just because now we're starting to get this frame full. Is that on this side? This card could either be like this or it could be like that. So I got to look at both edges here, or both sides, for what looks like a space theme, like a moon and some kind of star in the background. I don't see any of that on this side. Flip it over. This side. There is, yes. That is the second card over in here. So that goes all the way up there. Then that's like the second card. First card, second card, fourth card, a third card. Yeah. All right. That goes on this side. This is Elsa. That is up here. So that is going to go there. Great. And we know this locked well together and this locked well together. So we're on the right track on this side. This goes here. This should go right here. No. This is a card that costs 2 and some mana. And okay, so this is a Spores card, which is go here then. Goes there. Does this go there? Yes, it does go there. Awesome. That's parts of the second card getting built. We're doing great here. Again, this, of all the things that we will do with this is the easiest. There is nothing I will do on this build or assembly easier than this. The top frame, which is all one color with slight variations, that's going to be annoying. The bottom of the border, where I'll probably be able to get the body right, but the other parts, that's annoying. Sometimes stuff I think is going to be on the top actually isn't on the top, it's on the bottom. But this, what I'm doing right now, nothing is easier than this. All right, so this is a Centaur Spirit. So this is a bottom card here. Does that go like that? No, it doesn't. What does this card do? For 1/1 green. What's a 1/1 green? 1/1 green. One of these has 1/1 green on it. This actually goes up here, apparently. I was wrong. That goes there. Like that. And then this goes down here. And this is part of the corridor. Ghost Chieftain. At the bottom here. Okay. Alright, we're figuring it out. Let's see. Is this side? Yeah, this is also part of corridor. Goes like that. Great. Does this go here? No. Doesn't fit there. So we got more to build with this. Okay. Push it up a little bit more. But yeah, like this is moving fast. Not all of this will move as fast. Okay, so this is this card here. So this is in between these two cards. This goes there. Wait, what card is this? Oh, did I get these moved around? I did. This goes here. Oh, there we go. Lord Crashton just clicked in for 210 streams. That's a lot of streams. Thank you for all that. All right, that makes sense. This goes here. Then this goes like this. And then does this go here? No, that doesn't go there. There's another card that goes in. That makes sense. Okay, so it goes like that. That goes like that. We're getting there. All right. The bottom of a card, and then that must be this piece here. Yes. So that goes there. Great. Love that. Love that so much. While I am doing this, there are a couple things we can talk about here. Apparently, the Amazon Tomb Raiders live action series that has been in development for a very long time is reportedly dead because they could not get to the script stage in production. They were apparently in pre-production numerous times at Amazon, moving things around, and eventually just said, actually, we're going to stop. Which is wild because a whole lot of people got paid a long time to work on stuff. A whole lot of money got spent on that for it to never come out in any way, shape, or form, seemingly. And that's wild and nonsense. And yeah, just unbelievably weird chain of events there. All right, this is the other dragon. So this goes over here then. Because, yeah, that's one Dragon Lord. This is the other Dragon Lord. I am still looking for, I believe, like 2 more cards, or parts of the cards here. I need this piece that connects them, and then I need a piece that goes to that. That might be 3. But, yeah. These are all the left side, which I guess I can do. But I was hoping I could finish up the right side. So let's see if I can find... There's this piece. That's going to go here. Great, yeah. So I think I'm missing 1 or 2, and then this side is done. And that'll feel good. So let's see if I can find that piece, because that would feel good. Okay, no, so none of these are that. I am missing this, because this is not going to just go like that. So there's one piece there. I might have some more side... edge pieces that I didn't get to. There's always a couple that just don't appear, so we will check. Oh, there's this. Okay, that goes like that, and then that goes like... Great. All right. So one edge is done. We'll just move that like that. Just away. Move up like that. Great. So one edge of this is completely done here. One of the 4 is done. The easy, one of the 2 easy ones is done here. And then we'll have to, start building out the rest of the way here, figuring all this out. But I think we got a good starting place. But yeah, so that Tomb Raider series, it looks like it's done, not going ahead. And they, for years of development, like last year in May, they were like, yeah, we're doing it. This is a Phoebe Waller-Bridge was writer-producer, the creator of Fleabag, and Killing Eve and a bunch of other stuff. And it looks like it's done, according to sources. Apparently, some scripts were done, but then they were like, eh. It is wild to think that Waller-Brig has had like millions of dollars every year since 2019 and has never actually made anything that has come to production for Amazon. I mean, good grift if you can get it. That's fucking wild. I mean, hell yeah. All right. That's Elda is the middle. The middle is Elda gear. This is the top card, second card, third card, fourth card, fifth card. So Elda goes there. This is part of one of these backgrounds. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Must be this one. Must be a part of that one. Okay, so that goes here. But that doesn't seem right. But yeah, okay, must go there. Unless that's part of this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that works. That works. As long as you get paid for the work you did. Yes, exactly. But it is wild that they have paid this production company like $20 million a year or some nonsense thing. Who knows? I'm sure there's a lot of fine print we're not aware of on the actual payouts. All right, so this card goes here. We got that together, so that's good. I'm going to leave this up here for a little bit and then just bring it down as parts go in. Legendary. That doesn't help me. And it says this spell. This spell is also part of this one. That goes there. Great. So there's one piece we're missing on that. Legendary 2. So something's underneath legendary creature or whatever. It says 2. So we'll look for that. 2. This is part of this card. Goes right there. Hell yeah. This is part of Elenda. Hell yeah. This is a legendary creature that starts with prowess. 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 There we go. That goes here then. Goes there. Hell yeah. Flying. One of these legendary creatures has flying. Hell yeah, it's one of the Dragon Lords. It's this Dragon Lord. Now, does this go on here like this then? That's the bottom of the card. That is the bottom of the card. Hooray! But that doesn't go there because there's another piece that has to go there. This is part of that part. Goes like that. Man, I'm feeling good. Let's see. CD Projekt Red has so it first notice came out that it looked like Molasses Flood, who are owned by CD Projekt Red, were being let go because a merger was happening. On April 1st, apparently, Molasses Flood got absorbed. Molasses Flood has been working on a multiplayer spin-off of The Witcher called Project Sirius right now. So that's all it's called. Not Sirius, but Sirius. That's Sirius, not the being serious. And so, yeah, so there was, a bunch of people wondering, like, well, what does that mean? Are they being let go? Are they being laid off? What's actually happening with that? And it appears to be that they are being absorbed by the company, by CD Projekt Red. And they offered employees a chance to remain with the company, the Molasses Flood. So apparently, they have not. And they said, due to privacy, they are not going to say if people did or did not take them up on it. All right, and we did this one too, everybody. We did it. Look at that. we've got a frame to work with here. We've got a whole fucking frame done. The size of the frame. Now the harder part. We take all of the other edge pieces that are tops or bottoms, and we put them out here. And these feel like bottom to me, but that's just because I know they're part of this right here. So I can kind of get that done. Pieces that look like they will be part of that. That looks like it's part of that too. But I have now all of the top and bottom. And unfortunately, the best way to do this is unfortunately try to find ones that connect to one another. That is my goal right now for the next bit, is just to try to find these that interlock and build out top or bottom, or build things that are connected. We'll start by doing the bottom because that theoretically will be easier, at least the middle bottom here, as we do like the jacket, the bottom of the jacket. So like this piece goes like that, and then that should be connected there. Then there's something that goes there that is part of the jacket, but like I know I have that. And then the pants, and then there's probably another piece that is another bottom piece here that is part of the pants that would fit that. But like, is this, I don't know. Oh, there's some text here. So this is definitely a bottom piece here. I'm going to look really quickly. Yes, so this is a bottom piece because it has the bottom words of a card. It wouldn't make sense for that to be a top. So that's on the bottom somewhere. This is probably this piece here. Yeah, okay. So that goes like there. So we got some of the pants done. And then it's kind of just like putting stuff together, see what fits. Like, is this piece here? Yes, that would make sense. That goes there. And then you should make sure the lines are right. So this is going to be like the middle of the pants, or the middle of the bottom there, or the bottom. This is a bottom piece, so then it's like, okay, does that fit there? No. Does that fit there? No. Let's see about any of these. Can I get ones that fit there? Like, I don't even know what side this goes on. I can also, there should be some writing on one of the bottom pieces for Wizards of the Coast LLC. So one of these has a tiny amount of writing on a like circle. And I don't know where that's going to be, but that should be somewhere. Oh, and this is also, this might be a top, but that might be the bottom. I can't tell. Like, oh, those fit together. Okay, so this is something on the bottom, and these fit together somewhere on the bottom. Move this up a little bit here. Just do it like that. Okay. So then it's like, oh, can I build some stuff off that? This looks like it should be the bottom, but that might be the top. Because that could be that is that. Okay, so that goes there. So this is the dead center, which means they go off of that side and that side. I can try to find the piece that I think goes here, or I can try to build off the top. Okay, that goes like that. Yeah. Yeah, because this is kind of a lighter thing there. And then we just go, neither of those are going to fit. That's not going to fit like that. No, so that doesn't go there. Does that go here? Because this is kind of the gray. Oh, yeah. All right, good. So that goes there. This I think is a top piece because there's a little bit of brown fun stuff there. So I'm going to put this up here, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I think that's a top piece. That doesn't go there. Yeah, I think these are top pieces, but I don't know for sure. Does that look right? No, that doesn't look right. It might have been right. I wonder, yeah, if it says LLC, so there should be a piece that snips in there. That is, go there. Should be like this. So yeah, I could just kind of be putting each piece here, seeing if any of these fit, and then trying them, you know, wherever, going through. Okay. But yeah, we had really good progress at the start, and now it's slowed down quite a bit, and this is like where we live now, unfortunately. But I did get this chunk done. And then if this is the middle, then there's only going to be so many block pieces on this side, so many pieces on this side. And same thing with the top. So, you know, figuring it out as we go. Let's see, any other news of the world here? I guess we can talk about the BAFTAs. I did watch the BAFTAs after the fact. I did not watch it live. The highlight of the BAFTAs for me was Ben Starr, who you might know from Final Fantasy, was it 16? Is he in 16? Yeah, 16. Clive in 16. But he's been voiced, he's done a lot of voice acting. He accepted the award for, what award did he for? Well, anything, yeah, best debut game, which Local Thunk won for Balatro. But Local Thunk doesn't make public appearances. He's a private individual, which we respect. So Local Thunk sent Ben Starr dressed as one of the Jokers from Balatro to accept the award, and then Ben Starr was basically just like, "Hey, let's send us welcome." Ben Starr was basically just like making jokes. Maybe he should make worse games, says Lord Crashington. Well, no, Lord Crashington, he gets the best of both worlds. He gets to make a really good game and also not be a public figure. It's fucking rad. It's awesome. He doesn't have to trade off doing podcast appearances or whatever, or being like, he can just be a guy who also made a really good video game and won awards and got to send somebody dressed as a Joker to make jokes about him, how he's wealthy. And then also Ben Starr ended by telling people to play more indie games, including Animal Well. Blush seems to enjoy Animal Well, and that was neat. Yeah, that was a good bit of business. I don't know. I think that rules. To be in a position where you can just be like, actually, you don't know me. You think you know me. All right, I think this is a connection here. It's really loose. I don't know if this is right because this is very loose, and usually they're a little bit of a feeling when they're together. So I actually don't think this is right. It just looks right, but I'm going to leave this as is right now, but I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Again, I don't know. So right now we're just doing the try to get some of these to connect. I can't tell if the bottom is bigger than the top because I won't know for a while. So it's just like, okay, you just kind of make connections and see if any of them fit. And then eventually we just start we try to be methodical about it. That doesn't go there. I can't tell if this is the top of the card or a bottom of a card. It could be, it might be the top. So we'll put this. Yeah, that seems right. Yeah, all right. We'll leave this like it is right now. I'm not saying this is correct because it doesn't really feel correct, but for now we'll go with that. All right, I am going to get every piece that has that has a circle on this side, and I'm going to try to build off. So we're going to go like that. We're just going to go through, sort all of these like this, and try to build out. Now, reminder, I will have to go through every single piece again and sort because I might have missed a top or bottom piece. That's just natural. Yeah, so we're just going to sort like this. I think this is the bottom, but I don't have any place to plug it into here. So I'm just sorting with all the hoops here, and we will try to get a connection to happen here. That's going to go like that. Like there, there, and there, and there, there, and there. All right. And then all these are different. So now we're just going to go through and I'm going to snap these, or try to snap one in place that's correct. Put aside the ones that aren't right. Even color-wise, this doesn't look like these would be correct, but I'm just trying it out. See if I can get lucky and find the piece I need. None of these seem to be right. Nope. Nope. Is that right? No. It looked like it was, but it is not. What about you? You look like you might be correct. Yeah, that one's right. There we go. Okay. That does seem correct here. We'll look at this. It does look like there should be words there. This looks like it should be right. I'm putting in a maybe, but actually I don't think that's correct. This is correct. And remember when I said I am looking for the part where it finishes the line or the words? It does finish the words here. You can see we went from Wizards of the Coast, kind of the words LLC, to it saying LLC when it's connected. Just a tiny bit of white finishes it up. So that's correct. So we got that going for us, which is cool. That's something. So now I can widen out again. You can see the work that we're doing here. Great. So that built off that. But I can still now build off this. Go through all of these, try to find the right piece that fits in there. That doesn't do that. That's not... ooh, that might be right. Let's look. Lined up like that. That is accurate. Okay. We're good. All right, so now I need a different piece there. Can try these. Not correct. No. Okay, so that goes somewhere else there. Oh, yeah, just try this because it's right here. Nope. Go there. Doesn't go there. Okay. All right, so now it's going to be one of these pieces. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Gonna try to remember where it is. But yeah, going through the awards here. Best game went to Astrobot, beating out Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Helldivers 2, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and Thank Goodness You're Here. You will hear me say Thank Goodness You're Here quite a bit. You may not have heard of Thank Goodness You're Here. You certainly may not have heard it in context of end of the year. It is a British game. It is a very British game. And it makes total sense to me that it did well at the BAFTAs. Total sense that game did well. So its nominations in many categories came up. So yeah, you will probably hear that a few times. Yes, because it is a very British game. Astrobot also won for animation, beating out Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Lego Horizon Adventures, Hellblade 2, Thank Goodness You're Here, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. It's like, yeah, all right, sure. Okay. That's not correct. This combination here doesn't seem right because that seems like it wouldn't work, and it's going off there. So I don't think it's this piece, but maybe it's just slightly off. I don't know. Is it this piece? No. Is it this piece? No. Is it this piece? Ooh, it is. Yeah. That's the piece. Yeah. Okay. Goes there. Great. Now we'll see. Is this the piece? No. Get these together here. Try to get all this right so that I can figure out where things need to go here. try that like that. So we're just going to go through, try to snap these together here. No, I know it's not that one. It's not that one either. All right, so we know it's not these, so it could be one. It could be one of these. Let's see. Artistic achievement went to Neva, beating out Astrobot, Hellblade 2, Black Myth Wukong, Still Wake the Deep, and Harold Halibut. Shout out to Harold Halibut. Everyone always compared Call of Duty and Astrobot's animations. Yep. Hey, whatever. It's end of the year. You know, it's a in Capsule of the Year award show. Ooh, that piece is the right piece. Great. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not out here making demands of people to like, oh, it's got to make, this has to make more sense in my, like for me. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. Audio achievement went to Astrobot. Animal Well got nominated for that. Star Wars Outlaws and Still Wake the Deep. Hellblade 2, Helldivers 2, Animal Well. British game. Best British game went to Thank Goodness You're Here, which, like, yes. Like, yeah. I mean, yes. Yes. Over Hellblade 2, Still Wakes the Deep, Paper Trail, A Highland Song, and Lego Horizons Adventure. So congratulations to Thank Goodness You're Here, because yeah, that's a very not only is the content of it very British. Ooh, that goes there. Hell yeah, look at this. Look at that. Look at this. We're going to have to move this over because this is like the middle, so there's going to be a bunch more to put on there, but we'll do it like this for now. Look at that. Yeah, that all checks out. That all works. Hell yeah. Let's see. Best debut game went to Balatro, as mentioned, beating out Animal Well and Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire, and Zao, Tales of Zenzero, and Thank Goodness You're Here. So Thank Goodness You're Here, most British game, but not best debut game. People fucking love Balatro, and they're right to love Balatro, so that makes total sense to me. That I want. All right, so this could be bottom piece here that's kind of a grayish. It's not that one. We're just going to make sure it's not this. It's not that. It's not that one. Just going through, figuring it out. We're just building as we go. Not going to be this one either. Oh, that looked close, but doesn't fit. Is not right. Nope, that's not right either. Nope. Oh, no. Thought that might be it. Not it. Oh, no. Thought that might be it. Not it. Oh, no. Whoa, no. And no. Which means I might have a piece that I can't find, or did something wrong, but I'll go through all these again, or it could be in that box that I didn't get through. Or it could be this thing that I thought was the top could be the bottom. This could be the right piece here. It is. That's the right piece. I thought this was the top. It's the bottom. That makes a lot of sense to me. So then this piece is going to go here, and this piece is going to go there. And then also, is that go here? No, so we need to keep going. Is this the piece that goes there? That is the piece that goes there. Does this piece go here? No, it doesn't. So that means there's at least one more piece that goes on here for the bottom. The bottom is at least one more piece long. I don't know how many more it is, but it's at least one more. So now we got to go through all these again and find one that connects properly. And then also see if it connects on this side properly as well. Let's see. Evolving game. Those are games that just keep going. The nominees for that were Vampire Survivors, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, No Man's Sky, Sea of Thieves, and World of Warcraft. Vampire Survivors 1, that feels right. That does not feel weird or bad. It's like, yeah, Vampire Survivors. It is a continuing game. It is a very good continuing game. Okay, that went in. Is this correct? Put that there. Put that there. Yeah, that does look right. Okay. And then does that go like that? No. So we got at least one more. Have at least one more of this frame to do before these we can say these are connected. So at least one more piece goes here. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not this one. Oh, I'm messed up my order here, so I'm going to stack these so that I can better figure out where they gotta go. Does mean I'm going to redoing some of these, but that's okay. Some of these tests. No. No. Nope. 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 Yes. Yes. Okay. And then does this go here? No. This looked like it was that piece. It's not. So there's at least one more to connect. This goes here. All right. So we got at least one more that's going to go there. And it is again it's going to be one of these. So not that one. Best family game went to Astrobot, and that makes sense. Like that total makes sense. You know, whatever. Yeah, like yes. I'm gonna say there. Over Cat Quest 3, Lego Horizon Adventures, Little Kitty Big City, The Plucky Squire, and Super Mario Party Jamboree did get nominated for Best Family Game. So the BAFTAs understands that that's not for families. That's for people. Well, that's not for good families, I guess. Is this right? This almost looks right, but doesn't feel right. No, that's not correct. It's too much of a gap there. That's wrong. We can just do this here. It's probably easier. Maybe? No, I don't think so. Those two are close, so we'll put them aside just because that's not it. I know. This one, ooh, no, that goes on an angle. All right. It's not that one. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay, it is this one. Great. Now, does this lock in over here? It does. So we can lock this in, folks. We did it. 3 frames are done. Now all we have is the top frame left to do. So we'll drag this down, and then we're going to be building up the frame. So that means all of these are top pieces, theoretically. So we'll flip them all around, and we'll organize them this way, because now they go like this. And so then we're going to organize all these ones that have, well, we'll figure out. I now need to either build off this way or build off this way. That's it. It's one way or the other, and then I'll snap them back there because it's just easier to do this like this. One way or the other. So let's round. The first one I pick is the direction I go. So is that right? That looks right. Yeah. No. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. It's not that one. It's this one. That one. That one does feel right and looks right. Okay. So we'll go that way there. Let's build off that direction. So we need all of the ones that have this. The pointer on one side go together, and the hoop on one side go together. Like that. Hoop, 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 hoop. Pointer, hoop. Hoop. Game Beyond Entertainment, which I think is their this is good for you. This is like, I don't quite understand that category, but it's called Game Beyond Entertainment. Tales of Zenzura Zhao 1 over Botany Manor, Kind Words 2, Loaf City Pop, Hellblade 2, Tetris Forever, and Vampire Therapist. So I guess this is like not like the, this has an environmental message or it has a health message, but it is doing more. It is going out of its way to tell you that is not just entertainment, that is trying to be more than entertainment, and do something beyond that, which is commendable. Let's see. Game design went to Astrobot, and Astrobot beat out Balatro, Animal Well, Helldivers 2, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and Tactical Breach Wizards. Which, yeah, I mean, that's a strong game design game. I don't know, Echoes of Wisdom, I guess, yeah, the conceit of it does lead to some of a strong game design. Okay, that's not the right piece. That looked like it would be, but I don't think that's correct. That's not right, though. So that's correct. That's the piece. Okay. Great. So now we need another hook. Oh, we got a hook right away. Damn. I don't know if I'm lucky or I've gotten better at doing this since I did the previous one, but either way, feeling pretty confident about this shit. Watch me hit a dead end and just feel really stupid. So I got all confident, and then I'm like, well, I can't find a piece that connects like this. Oh, no, is that right? Yes, that looks correct. Okay. Nope. 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 Yup. All right, we're getting into the kind of gray area here. Gray pieces. Nope. Nope. Yup. Okay. And now we need a hoop. Nope, it's not that hoop. Not that hoop. That hoop. No. Close, but no. Nope. Yes. All right, another hook. Also, I'm calling them hooks and hoops. I don't know if that's the proper terminology. I just decided that's what it sounded like. What sounded good at coming out of my head was hooks and hoops. Is that how people call them? I don't know. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not correct. So, Again, they might be in the box and I just don't have them, but looking at this, I don't have a piece that goes into there. I don't have a piece that goes into there. So let me just go through, make sure that I didn't. Oh, I do have one here. Okay. Is that going to be it? No, that's not it. What about you? No, you're not it either. What about you? Are you it? Yes, you are it. Great. I had a hook in a loop pile. Loop pile. Multiplayer went to Helldivers 2, which I agree with, because Helldivers 2 fucking whips ass. Beating out Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Lego Horizons Adventures, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, which I've heard very good things about the multiplayer on that. I just have not had an experience with it, so I can't tell you if that's good or not. But I've heard good things about that multiplayer. Oh, is that right? Ooh, this piece is right. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm a little worried that this isn't the right connector, but it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look perfect. I think this is correct. We'll find out. I think I'm doing this right. Not that one. Not that one. Music went to Helldivers 2, which, like, yeah, man, still into that soundtrack. Still think it's good. Beating out Black Myth Wukong, Astro Bot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I could see of winning that category. Hellblade 2 and Star Wars Outlaws. Best narrative went to Metaphor Refantasio, which I believe it was the first nomination, and that's for them on the BAFTAs. And like, yeah, I've heard very good things about that story. Still haven't played Refantasio, but I've heard very good things about that story. So, yeah, that seems like reasonable. All right, is this actually right? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Oops. Nope. Yeah, no. That's not an angle. That's right. That's the one we want. And then we need hook. Is that correct? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Not there. Another hoop. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. So it's not this, then something fucked up. Yeah, that's not right either. Okay. Huh. Yeah, that's definitely wrong. Is that right? Yeah, okay. I think that's right. Let's see. New intellectual property, which I think this is like not an indie developer, so it's not a debut because that's like debut studio, but it is like the first game in what people think will be a franchise, and that's like wild to even consider, like as a thing to vote on. But still Wakes the Deep beat out Animal Well, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Metaphor Refantasio, which is fucking wild to say because I know it's a new game, but it's still a Persona Devil Summoner ass fucking game, and thank goodness you're here. Yeah, the very idea of that category is weird to me, just because, especially with like what got nominated in it, it's just like, is there going to be another Balatro? Are you saying best intellectual property? Like what? New IP? Performer in a leading role. Alec Newman won as Kaz and Still Wakes the Deep, with Umberly Gonzalez, who was Kay in Star Wars Outlaws. Isabella Inkbald, who is Indica in Indica. Luke Roberts, who played James Sutherland in Silent Hill 2, so Silent Hill 2 nomination. Molina Jurgens, who played Senua in Senua Saga Hellblade 2. Ilan Noel, who played Troy Marshall in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And then performer in a supporting role, so they basically did a lead performer and a supporting role here. Karen Dunbar, who was Finley in Still Wakes the Deep, beat out and in a joint role, Abby Greenland, Helen Golan, who got nominated for being the Furies in Hellblade 2. Aldous Amon Hamilton, I should say, sorry, from Hellblade 2. John Blythe from Thank Goodness You're Here. Matt Berry for Thank Goodness You're Here. And Michael Abubakar, who was Brody in Still Wakes the Deep. I did not know that Matt Berry had been nominated for a BAFTA. I am now mad that Matt Berry did not win a BAFTA, for a video game BAFTA, because that would have been great. That would have been very cool and fun, and I do not think he would have attended, but it would have been neat if he did, because Matt Berry rules. Hellblade 2 won technical achievement over Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and Tiny Glade and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. Okay, so that doesn't fit together. Does that fit together? No. Does this fit together? Yes. Does this go together then? No. What about you? No. So then you? No, I don't think so. All right, so something's fucked up because this doesn't feel right. These two pieces feel right. That does feel right. That doesn't feel right. And that doesn't feel right. So I messed up something along here. Something along here doesn't work. So we're gonna start from here and I'm gonna break this up into segments, and we're just gonna look to see if something doesn't line up right. And all right, immediately this is wrong. Something is wrong with that. So that's wrong. So that doesn't feel right. This feels okay. But these two don't feel like they go there. Yeah, these go over here. No, it's still not a straight line. So it's got to be a straight line. These two feel right, but this doesn't feel correct. We're just going to kind of break up parts where they look wrong. Now, it could be that I did the bottom wrong, but the bottom felt right. All the connections to the bottom felt accurate and correct. Ooh, actually, part of the bottom doesn't feel good either. There's a connection here that doesn't feel right. Okay, yeah, that's not right. Okay, I spoke too soon. This feels good. This feels good. This feels good. This doesn't feel good. And then this, it does feel right, but that doesn't feel right. No. Huh. No. No. That goes off at an angle. Nope, that doesn't go there either. What about over here? Okay, so I know this feels good. And then these don't feel right, so that doesn't feel good. This feels okay. Pops right out, but it still feels all right. What about you? Do you feel okay? Yeah, you feel all right. That feels okay. Yeah. Now what about you? Do you clip in here? Nope, that goes on an angle. No, that's not right. That doesn't work either. All right, now I'm getting a little frustrated. Oh, we need to do a pause for the cause. I didn't even realize it was after 10. My apologies. Finishing up, Yoko Shimomura won the Fellowship Award. She has done a wide variety of swath of music and games, and that is a well-deserved honor. Let me see here. We got here. Known for work on Street Fighter 2, Kingdom Hearts. So that's rad, and congratulations to her. Okay. I didn't even notice what time it was there because I was so focused on trying to get this to feel right. And we already did so much, so I'm not like mad that I didn't get these connected. There's also the possibility that I had this train longer than it needs to be. So it's like that doesn't go there. So there's at least one that fits there. That's not that. It's not that. It's not that. This feels right, so I'm going to leave that like that. And these two feel right. But yeah, something's off. That's the right piece. So I got to find something that connects on here. No. That looks good. Right? Does it? Yeah. I think that's right. Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely like kind of off here, off my game to figure this out. Okay, that looks right. Okay, yeah, that piece goes there. Now, does that lock in here? No. So there's at least one more. These lock at the bottom of there. So there's at least one more that needs to go on here. And then I can connect these two. Nice and easy. Is it that piece? Is it that piece? Maybe? No, that's wrong. I don't think that's right. Yeah, that's not correct. Okay. Oof. And I don't know. I don't know. That is the problem with the top and bottom. There's the obviously the sides are way easier than this. But yeah, I'm gonna do like this. This could be on the bottom. This could be on the top. I could be going here. No, that's definitely wrong. It's gonna go there. Yeah, and that doesn't line up with that. So there's a piece I'm missing there. And like some of this bottom could be wrong. It looks like it's right, but it could be wrong. I could be doing this wrong. I don't know. Kind of where I'm at. I don't know. I think these are top pieces because they're like a gray. I think these are top pieces. I know this goes here, but I don't know how many are along the bottom. So it's like, I don't know. That doesn't go there. That doesn't go there. Go there. That goes there. That looks right. Okay. That looks correct. All right. I'll just put this down here for now and then figure it out later. Is that right? And that goes like that. And these go together? No, that doesn't. No, that's incorrect. This piece is wrong because this piece is right. Yeah. Okay. It's not that. This is a top piece, I think. Not gonna be that piece. Not that piece either. Nope. Sorry, buddy. I got quiet here as I just try to figure this out. I thought I was just zipping through this, and then you look and you realize like, oh no, this is just wrong. I'm just doing this wrong right now. It's a problem with pieces like this that just look similar, but not exactly similar. But yeah, this could all be wrong. I mean, this feels right. This part feels right. It's just, I don't know. I won't know until I start really building up the bottom, but... Yeah, this does feel like this is a bottom piece, but I don't know where it would be. Is this piece wrong? This looks... this isn't right. Okay, that's not the right piece. All right. Yeah, the edges of these should line up better. It should flow. And if it doesn't flow, then something's wrong. But yeah, this is the wrong piece. That's not right. Okay. Now we see, is this piece here? Okay, that is that piece. All right. So I think I have done all of the bottom pieces correctly now. I think. So now it's about assembling the top correctly. Because I think I have the bottom done. Again, I was very wrong earlier, so who knows? I might not have gotten this right, but... Okay, so that looks right. Yeah, let's just go on the flow here. We're going to look at the flow of this. See if we can piece this together properly. That's not the right one. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's correct. Yes, that looks good. What about you? No, you don't go there. But you don't go there. You don't go there. No. Yes. Okay. Okay. No. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, these two didn't go anywhere. So that's not good. I put this like this. And I put this like this. Okay. Put this like this here. Put like that there. Like there. Like there. Like that. All right. So something is wrong because I have two of these and they didn't go anywhere. Like these are edge pieces, but they are not attached to anything. So something is wrong. I fucked up somewhere. I got like one missing from the top, one missing from the bottom. Probably. Unless there's one on each side. But the sides should be good. It shouldn't be the sides that are wrong. So like, where did I fuck up? Like, that's wild. We'll take this. We know that's right. We know this is correct. If I take this, like here, this should flow and the bottom should flow. So I can look to see if any of this looks weird or wrong. And right off the bat, I can't say that any of it looks weird or wrong. Maybe here? No, that looks right. And if I look at like the key here, do you see there's some color. There's that there. There's like a tree branch kind of thing over here. So maybe that's where it is. Hmm. My surface isn't like fully flat, so that's like part of the thing. But yeah, okay, if this is disconnected there, that might be it. Maybe those spots there. Neither of these will fit in that. No, so it won't be that. Like there's definitely a missing piece somewhere. I just can't see where it is. Huh. I'm not going to do my pause for the cause tonight. And Saturday, I'm going to do a big talk about all the anime I'm watching. So we won't do an anime talk tonight because this I kind of need to be heads down on and just figure things out. So yeah, so none of that. I will tell you that on Tuesday, played more Power Wash Simulator on stream. Had a really good time with that because that is just a ball and really fun. So yeah, had a good time with that, hanging out with folks and playing that, finishing up the Wallace and Gromit DLC, or the special pack, which I had already completed anyway, but I just wanted to show off those stages, go to the moon and wash. That was a good time. Okay, so this doesn't seem wrong. Like, this doesn't seem wrong, but when where do these pieces go? Like, let me look at this here and see if there's anything that stands out to me on the bottom or top that has this like little affectation there. The art. Because these are definitely top or bottom pieces. They're not side pieces. That wouldn't make any sense. So, yeah, there's this all black there. And there's this kind of thing here in the middle. And a little bit over there. That's not right. That's not right. This is right. Huh. All right. Yeah, I'm a bit stumped here. I would really love to get the frame done today, but I'm a bit stumped. It goes together like that. All right, I guess I'm going to do sections again here. Just kind of look at it and see, do these line up top and bottom all the way through? Because this is right, this is correct here, so then, and that's correct. So then it's just like, yeah, this looks right. That looks right, that looks right. So then here, yeah, that looks correct. And then all this looks good. And is that right? That might be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't look clean, so that might be wrong. That could be wrong there. Is this correct? That does feel better, and that does look better. Okay, so that goes there. All right, we found the bottom piece that was wrong. Okay, we found the one piece we need on the bottom because now everything here actually does line up better and look right. So then this has got to go somewhere on the top, I think, because we are off by one on each side then. If that makes any sense to you. Because it looked like we were all good and there were two missing. So if I put one on the bottom, then I have to compensate by putting one at the top. So I think that's right. That there's just one missing at the top. But I don't know where it is. All right. So, look at that. All right, I'm now going to take this all down here. And try to figure this out. Okay. So, looking at this, we're going to trace the connections here and look for something that does not seem to be right, because the thing that is not right is the indication that that is where the missing component goes, because it just like it fits but it doesn't fit quite right, and it just isn't lined up quite right, and it's not a printing error, like it's just not perfect. And then this will fit in that spot. Now what that spot is, I don't know, but I can tell that something's wrong in this. So. It's got to be like this feels right. That looks right. Yeah. Is that right? Does this go here? Ooh, okay. Oh. Yeah. Yes. 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 Oh my God. One stream and we got the fucking frame done. Yeah, they look close, but no cigar. And now I can move this up here. And I can hook this into here. And hook this into here. And we have done the frame. I've got the whole goddamn frame done. And it'll be more stable once I get like the corners in. That's wild. Hell yeah. You know what? While I do sorting, because I did not think we would do this well in an hour and a half, while I get into some sorting here, into pieces that I can definitely think that I can read and pieces that I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off, which is what our next categories are here. Because yeah, I'm just going to have to jump. Whoops. I dropped one piece. I'm going to get it now because if I forget it, if I don't get it now, I don't know when I'll get it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting into two piles here. Hey, yeah. The two piles are, I can read this, so I probably can figure out where it goes, like use enough context clues to figure out where it goes, like this piece, which sinks in here. Yeah, so this goes in the black box. And if there's a piece that I'm like, I am never going to be able to figure out what this is, like I know this is a centerpiece, so I'm gonna need more before I can identify that, so that goes into that pile. But this one, yeah, I can figure out which one's a vampire. I can look through all of them and figure out what's a vampire, so that goes in there. This one, I definitely can figure this out. In fact, I can probably actually just place that. Yeah, it's right there. Because it's an Eldritch Horror, and I know this card, so it goes there. Awesome. Like this, I probably can figure this out based on the looking at the cards, so we'll put in that. This, I can read, you know, it says dies, it's a 2-3. I can go through all the 2-3s and look for one that has information about dies and library. This one, probably looking at the card, I can figure it out. That goes here. This is going to be about in the middle. I'm going to put this here because that's going to be a little harder to figure out. This is going to be hard because this is just part of our guy. So those are going to be difficult. But once I've gotten like everything but that, then it's just like, does it go here? Does it go here? So that's kind of what these are going to be. His name means, so there's flavor text that says his name means. I'll be able to figure that out. Yeah, this one is just the center. Creature, dragon. I'll be able to figure that out. So yes, I'm going to go through here. So this Saturday I am streaming, but next Saturday I'm taking the night off. I will not be streaming next Saturday because it will be WrestleMania, and I'm going to take that Saturday off to watch WrestleMania Night 1 with some friends and hang out and have a good old time. So I'll be doing that. But I can tell you a little bit about what we got here. So far, there are a bunch of matches announced. We don't have the night 1 and night 2 all figured out yet. That'll come as they get closer. They'll be like, and some of them we won't know until night 1 starts. Some years they announce all of them. Some years they don't announce all of them. So we don't know yet. But I can tell you that we do know night 1 will have Tiffany Stratton defending the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. And I'll do predictions probably next Thursday as we're closer to it. So I won't do predictions. I'll just tell you that's that. And I'll tell you if I'm excited about it or not. They've been doing some work shoot style stuff with each other in preparation for this one. And not my bag, not my style. I have not been super enthused about this particular storyline here, because the whole time I'm just like, is Charlotte going to put over Tiffany or not? And I don't think she is. I think Charlotte's going to win. And wrestling is not great when Charlotte Flair is a champion. In my opinion, WWE is not at its best when they have Charlotte Flair as champ. It's just not my vibe, not my steez, not my style. Gunther is defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Jey Uso. It will not main event despite... neither of the Rumble winners are going to main event. And that used to be what they would say is if you won the Rumble, you would have a world title shot and you would main event WrestleMania. And that is not the case this year. Gunther vs. Jey Uso has gotten hot recently. It took a long time to build into something hot and heavy, but it is getting there. So I am excited about it. I look forward to their bout. This is, it goes here. Hell yeah. Already placing some pieces down. I know that card pretty well, so it's fairly easy for me to place it because I know what the card is. That's not right. That's not correct. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman versus Seth Rollins. That's main eventing night 1. I know that match will be solid. It won't be that slow. It'll be a Roman Reigns match that is not that slow because Roman Reigns will just be one of 3 people. Paul Heyman has to accompany CM Punk. That's interesting. I think we're going to see Reigns and Punk be the story going after that. Rollins maybe will be in there after that to kind of continue to talk about it. And kind of bother both of them. That could be interesting. I don't know. But yeah, Paul Heyman having to come out with his former guy while his current guy walks alone is interesting. I don't know if it'd be good, but it's interesting. All right. Yeah, I can figure out both of these. So yeah, we're just doing the sorting phase. This is not that exciting, but we did do the whole frame in one stream, and that to me is very exciting. The hate seed. Hell yeah, that's the hate seed right there. That's the hate seed. I'll be able to find that. I'll put this there. Cards that do not have any text that are just art, I am putting in the not yet pile. That'll be the next things, because once I have a lot of the card text tiles placed or jigsaw puzzle pieces placed, then I can start filling in the blanks of card art. But just going off of this, I maybe could figure it out, but it would take me a really long time, whereas words are a lot easier. So that's the next round, is that. Although I do know that this goes somewhere around here because it's got a moon and stuff. This goes around somewhere in there. But again, if it's just card art, I'll deal with it later. It goes in this pile so that I can focus on the cards that have words, which I'm a bit more comfortable with. We know that night 2 will have Io Sky, the current women's world champion, defending her belt against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Bianca Belair won the Rumble. Charlotte Flair won the Rumble. That's right. Bianca won the Elimination Chamber. And then she was going to face Rhea, but then Rhea lost the belt to Io. And then Io has felt like a third wheel in this whole story. And it's been very convoluted and unnecessary because they didn't want to turn Bianca heel or Rhea heel. But also Io isn't a heel. And so it's just 3 baby faces fighting. And it's very strange. I guess Rhea Ripley is the heel in this because she forced herself in, to do all this, and there was supposed to be a number 1 contender match, and then that didn't happen. That got messed up, so now it's a triple threat, and it's just been weird, but it'll be a good match. Now, we also know that night 2 will end with Cody Rhodes defending against John Cena. Jonathan Cena, the C Nation. You can see him. He'll be facing Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. And that's going to be full of bullshit, but also some great wrestling. And bullshit. And wrestling. And bullshit. And then the other matches there. So that's 5 matches that have been confirmed for 2 nights. And then the other matches, or they haven't confirmed when they are. The other matches, we don't know when they're going to happen, are AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Which will happen at some point. I mean, for my money, I think that should happen on the SmackDown before WrestleMania and not be a WrestleMania match, but I understand it's going to fucking happen because it'll put eyes on the product, yada, yada, yada. Sure. LA Knight is defending the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu did win the tag belts at one point, or one set of the tag belts, and then gave them up. But this will be his first singles championship because he's going to win. I haven't done the predictions about everybody, but that one feels fucking guaranteed. Jade Cargill in a grudge match against Naomi. That should be pretty fucking solid. Naomi can lead Jade through that match. It's very personal and all that. It should be a good one. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defend the women's tag championships against. There's a gauntlet, so the winner of the gauntlet will get in there. We don't know who that's going to be right now. Braun Breaker defends his international championship against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. That should be a fucking barn burner. Drew McIntyre is facing Damian Priest in just a singles match. That's fine. That could also be on SmackDown for all I care. And Rey Mysterio is going to be facing Grande Americano, who is Chad Gable in a poorly thought out lucha parody gimmick. He kept losing to luchadors, so now he is dressing like a luchador, but secretly it's not him, but it is him, and all that shit. It's all that shit. But that should be pretty fun as far as matches go. Like I said, I'm going to do a big recap of a bunch of anime that I'm watching, like, 1 paragraph summaries. I did watch Gundam, so we will talk about G-Quicks, because I did watch that Gundam. So we will talk about that. And we will talk about Catch Me at the Ballpark episode 2, which did introduce new characters, some of which I thought were pretty great, some of which I was like, okay, well, all right, sure. We do want to see new people that work there and all that. And then our guy, who was kind of our introduction to the show, was there again, and I was like, I could have done without the dude, but sure. We also found out, we'll talk more about it on Saturday, but the main character, the main girl, apparently doesn't know anything about baseball, and that made me very fucking I thought that was very funny, that it's very clear she has no idea about anything. I mean, she's there working concessions, but she has like no idea about it, and I thought that was kind of funny. Matches that are not currently announced right now, either the secondary women's championships are not announced. I would like to see, I think Chelsea Green with the women's United States title has been phenomenal. Some of the best stuff on WWE, AEW. Some of the best stuff on WWE has been Chelsea Green with her cabinet, going through all this stuff, being the Canadian U.S. champion. That is a thing that certainly happened before. She's not the first. She won't be the last, but she is the first woman to do that gimmick, and it works really well. It's really solid gimmick, and so I'm a bit annoyed that right now she does not have an opponent. That really does feel like it could be the SmackDown before, like the go home show. That feels like that could be it, but I'm not like really put out by it, but I am slightly annoyed. You get what I'm saying, All right, this one will be hard to figure out, so I'm gonna put it there for now. So yeah, on Tuesday I did play more Power Wash Simulator. It was good to put that to bed. Next week, I'm going to play more Hearthstone. Oh, now is a good time, folks. If you want to tell me what you've been playing right now, if you've been watching anything, you watching any anime this season, you playing any video games right now, new stuff, old stuff, I do love hearing from you about those things. So now would be a great time to throw that into chat if you want to tell me what you're up to, what you're into, what you're playing, all of those things and things. I love hearing about that. If you're going to go to the movies, anything like that. If you got plans for the weekend, you could tell me those plans for the weekend. You could do that as well. I would say for me, I'm excited about streaming Hearthstone next Tuesday because I've been having a good time with the Hearthstone. So we'll get some Hearthstone in next week. Yesterday, I did play a bit. I got some gaming in. I played some Marvel Rivals with the multiplayer crew, pickup stuff. It was like somebody reached out in the Discord. It was like, hey, is anybody free tonight? And I had company over, but when that wrapped up, I did play some games while wrestling was on. That's kind of what I did last night. I never talked about that. I could talk about that here to give you opportunity to type things in the chat. I had some second cousins. My dad's cousin and his wife, they are on an RV trip. They're going down the coast. They have an RV as part of their retirement. And they are in the area to play golf and to see the sights. And then they came over for dinner, which was really fun. Ooh, that piece goes right there. Hell yeah. That's the elf druid. Hell yeah. Got a piece down. So that was really lovely. That was nice to see them and spend some time with them. We had dinner and drinks and hung out. And it's nice to see relatives and chat with them and get caught up and hear about their kids who are like my second cousins once removed, because my dad's cousin's kids. But they were younger than me. They're out there doing their thing. One of them was also in the acting program, so we had we knew each other in high school. But from that, and of course we knew each other just from being kids or whatever. But I was a little bit older, so I didn't spend a lot of time with them. But it was good to hear what they're up to and what's going on with them. Hearing about some of the family up north, because I don't get up that way ever these days. So it was nice to kind of like check in and hear a little bit about various family members and what they've got going on. So that was nice. It was just nice to see people, It was nice to see some people and check up on them and have company. And then, after that, I got ready to watch the late night replay of the pro wrestling I normally watch on Wednesdays, AEW. And then it so happened that there was a game going, getting people together for some Marvel Rivals. And I had fun doing that, going around. I played as Jeff mostly, doing some healing. Just a land shark doing his thing, making it happen. Had fun with that. Ooh, a 4-7. Figure that one out. That's hard to read, so we'll put that there. That's just card art. So put that there. But yeah, if you've been up to anything, let me know. I always like to hear from you about that stuff. You know, a bit of a small but mighty crowd tonight. But if you have been getting into anything, Lord Crashton started the video game Blueprints, which has been nice so far. Yeah. That sounds like a cool puzzle game where you want to be journaling and figuring stuff out. I am not the first person to make the connection that Blueprints is just blueprints. It's just blueprints. Am I the first person to come up with that? No. Am I the last person to suddenly have that realization that blueprints is just blueprints? Also, no. Other people will also suddenly realize, oh shit, oh fuck, that's what that is, which is very funny. But yeah, I had that kind of realization, so that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. We'll put that one there. That's gonna be hard to read. Put that there. Lashbrook says it took me most of the week, but Lashbrook managed to clean up the rust inside my GameCube and install a flippy drive. I was like, floppy drive? A flippy drive so I can play at my game backups. So I've been bopping around GameCube games tonight. Nice. Other than that, I got my COVID shot a couple of days ago, and I've been feeling pretty bad because of it. Yeah, boosters will do that to you. Well, not everybody. A lot of people. You know what it was? It wasn't the booster. It was that the initial COVID, was the 2 shots. The second shot got me. And that's the only time any of those have gotten me. Any booster, I've been fine. And then the last time, I got the booster and the flu shot. And I was also actually okay with that. 1 in each arm. I was all right with that. But yeah, sometimes you gotta, redo that or whatever, especially if you're going to be traveling anywhere, or if you have folks that like have been exposed to it. It's good to get the booster and all that. Take care of yourself, Lashbrook. Let's see. This is just very faded because it's probably going to be in the center, so we'll save that. I do not know how many pieces we have left. I do not know how much the frame and the few pieces that I can just kind of put there, because I looked at it. I do not know how much that is going to be right now. This is still far too early in the process for me to worry about how many pieces I have left. This is a 500 piece. Yes, Lashbrook, you live in a country that's really going to get into snake oil. Yes, and then suddenly getting the shot, getting your boosters is going to become a weird thing, or an uncommon thing, or whatever. Yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, this is too soon for me to even be worrying about how many pieces we have left. The fact that in one stream I managed to get the entire frame done with some difficulties, but still got the frame done, makes me very happy. And then I have a good amount of stuff for Saturday's stream to start getting through. Obviously, we have time left in this stream, and we're just doing the sorting. And I am going to finish the sorting on my own time, because it will be not necessarily fun to watch me do that on Saturday as well. So I will spend some time on Friday. I do have videos to film this weekend. This is a filming weekend for me. I got to do the next 2 videos in Kuma Baer, and I need to do a new video for Monday for Pat Bear's Anime Club, because voting will be ending soon so the last video is going to be out of date. And then also I need to tell you what isekais I'm watching in this incredibly light season for isekai. The amount of isekai out this season, it is paltry. It is very light. Well, I haven't been drinking water at all. I gotta do that. Yeah, there's only 3, 6, 7 isekai this season, and one of them I did not know until the show started was an isekai. One is a short. And this is the least amount of isekai I'll be watching in a very long time, because again, there's only 7 shows, and one of them is one I don't want to watch, and a couple of them I don't want to watch, and a few I'm like, I might get to. Princess Session Orchestra is apparently an isekai. Fun-loving people. One day, mysterious monsters called Jamarok appear to threaten the peace. The story follows a trio of princesses who never forget the song in their hearts, even when facing dangers. And apparently it's an isekai, but I see like nothing about the description that tells me it's an isekai, but apparently it is one. Because it got listed in the isekai. But also, did anyone pick this up? Yeah, I can't watch this one because it's nobody has it. It's not a show that got picked up. Oh no, maybe Crunchyroll did. I don't know. I'll look at it. That's stuff I have to deal with. But like Teogonia, which I'm not particularly interested in watching anyway. The main character definitely has weird memories of a past life. And so it's definitely an isekai, but it doesn't seem to be like the purpose of the show. It's just like flavor. And also that show didn't seem that interesting. So it's like, I'm going to watch that. And then one of them is a show that I don't like, Konosuba. I've never enjoyed Konosuba. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to watch the new season of that. Killing Slimes I'm watching, and there are a couple others. So yeah, I'm going to be light on isekai, which is fine because there's a lot of just like very chill, cute shows this season, and I'm watching those. And also a bunch of shonen that are good this season that I'm interested in watching that. So it's just like, yeah, I ain't worried. There's a bunch of stuff for me to check out. It's a busy season of stuff. And of course, like a Gundam, some cute stuff, some good action. It's just that, like the least amount of isekai this season that I've seen in a long time. And one of them, very happy to be watching. I've been Killing Slimes, season 2. Very excited about that. So yeah, I will finish doing all of this sorting on my own time. I'll be going through this and doing I definitely can figure this out. I might be able to figure this out. But like, I can figure out what the Sphinx Wizard is. I can figure that card out. This one, I'll just put there for now. But yeah, if it's got text that I can read, and if it's just card art, that's tough. If it's just text, I can probably pull it off. Yeah, we'll say I can do that. And then I'll just start placing pieces, and Saturday we'll start filling this out, and we'll do this until we can't anymore. We'll just do it till it doesn't work. And then I'll just start sorting through and trying to, narrow stuff down, and then like finding the spots that where pieces fit and all that. Going through all that stuff. It'll be a lot easier to do card art once like 3 or 4 of the pieces of a card are down. Then like figuring out the rest of them will suddenly be a lot easier. Or like this, where it's like all of these are legendaries, and a bunch of them will probably start with this creature, but there will only so many be corner of one card, corner of another that I need to place. So it'll start working out. Okay, that's the name of a card. It'll be easy. Yeah, Saturday, like I said, tomorrow and Saturday, I'm filming some stuff, filming a couple Kuma Bears, filming the next Pat Bear's Anime Club. I got to go through all that. I'm going to do prep for Pat Bear's Anime Club tomorrow, and then film it on Saturday. Prep just means, my PowerPoint-ish thing, the Google slideshow that I do, where the photo of each thing, and figure out exactly what all of them are, and get a description of them, and say if I'm going to be watching them or not. I could probably figure out what that is based on the fact that it's a human. Beckoner of the Soul. Yeah, I can figure that out. This one, this one's just going to be, that's going to have to come late. Like, that's just not going to be a thing that I'm going to figure out early. I'm just not. But I can figure that one out early. And Kuma Bears, I will probably set up and then film tomorrow night. get those done once it's dark in the house and do that. I got some wrestling to watch tomorrow evening. Looking forward to that. With friends, watching some Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling because there's some stuff that we haven't watched of that from last week. So have some new shows to watch there. And like I said, I will do the rest of this sorting on my own. We got all this here to figure out. But I'm just going to move my water over here for now. And all of these are unsorted, but they will get sorted on their own on my own time here. I will just go through all of this. That's going to be tomorrow while I am watching some stuff, watching TV or whatever. I will just be going through these various pieces to figure out, sort them into the two different piles. The I can figure this out pile and the I cannot figure this out pile. That'll work out just fine. But we are gonna wrap up the stream there. I believe that is our cue to wrap up. Again, this was a kind of a chill evening. Not a lot of action in the old. Not a lot of conversation going on here. But we made very good progress on this, so I'm very pleased about that. We are going to raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to end with a raid. We're going to go hang out with somebody doing cool shit that we want to go spend a little bit of time with. So let's go figure out who that is right now. Let's figure out who we're going to go raid. Because we do end every stream with a raid. And I'll be back on Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern to hang out with you. P2, my friend P2 is playing Haste, all capital letters. P2 is playing a cool video game. So we're going to go hang out with P2, who is online. So I hope you come along on this raid. I hope you will come Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back doing this. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to raid P2. So I hope you come along on this raid. Hope you come back tomorrow, 9 p.m. Saturday. Jesus. Come on, Pat. Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, as I continue to work on this and make some better progress. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.